Once upon a time, in the middle of a cold, a snowy winter, a queen sat by her window swing. She accidentally pricked her finger with her needle, and drop of bright red blood fell onto the snow on the window sill. As she looked at the striking contrast of red on white, she whispers to herself, I wish I had a child with a skin as white as snow, lips as red as the blood, and hair as black as a snowy woody. Not longer after, the queen gave birth to a baby girl who looked exactly as she had wished. Her skin was a pure white, her lips deep red, and her hair black as night. She shall never heard Snow White, but happiness was brief, for the queen died soon after a year passed. After a year passed, and the king married again. His new queen was a beautiful woman, but she was also proud and cruel. She could not stand the thought of anyone being more beautiful than her. She had a magical mirror, and every day she stood in front of it and asked, Mirror, 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 mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all? You, my queen, are the fairest of all. That answer always made her happy. Until one day, when Snow White had grown into a lovely little beautiful girl. By the time she was only 7 years old, she had already become more beautiful than the queen. One morning, when the queen asked the mirror the same question, the mirror answered, You are the fair, O queen, it's true, but the Snow White is fairer than you. The queen was furious as jealousy turned into hatter. And from that moment on, she could not stand the sight of the Snow White. Her anger and envy grew each day until she could not no longer bear it. And one day take a Snow White into the forest, kill her and bring me her heart as a proof that she did. The huntsmen obey and lead the Snow White deep into the woods. And when he raised his knife to kill her, she began to cry, Please, dear huntsman, don't hurt me, let me go. I will promise I will never come back. The huntsman looked at her innocent face and felt sorry for her. She was too kind and too beautiful to kill. Run, child, run. Escape and never return. To trick the queen, he killed a wild boar and never come back. Please run and never come back. Go. And the queen, the Snow White, running very, very fast. Now the huntsman killed a bear instead and took it back to the castle, and pretending it was a Snow White. Believing Snow White dead, the queen had it cooked and ate it. And eat it. Meanwhile, the Snow White was alone and terrified in the dark forest. The trees loomed over her, and every result of the leaf made her jump. What I will do, oh, where I am, oh, what I will do. She ran for the house, not knowing where she was going. And finally, as the sun began to set, she came across a strange little house in a clearing. Inside, she found seven small plates, seven cups, and seven little beds. Hungry and exhausted, she tasted a little from each plate and drank a little from each cup. Now she then tried each one of the seven beds until she found one that felt just right. That night, seven rose returned from mining in the mountains. Look, someone has been in our house. Who's been sitting in my chair? Who's been drinking from my cup? Who ate from my plate? Someone been sleeping in my bed. And she's still there? Who is she? She's so beautiful. Oh yes, she's such a lovely girl. They did not wake up, instead they let her sleep, and the seven dwarfs took their turns sleeping with each of the other through the night. In the morning, Snow White woke up and was started to see the dwarf. But they were friendly and kind. They asked her name and how she had come to be in their room. Snow White told them her story, the wicked stepmother, the huntsman who had let her go, and how she has wandered through the wood until she found their house. If you stay here and keep the house tidy, cook, clean, sweep, and wash, you can live with us. We will protect you. Thank you. Snow White agreed, and for a time she lived happily. Before they left each morning, the dog warned her, be careful, don't let anyone in your stepmother will find you and steal alive. But at the palace, the queen stood before her magic mirror once again. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of? To her horror, mirror replied, you are fair, O queen, it's true, but Snow White beyond the hills, the seven dwarfs is fairer still. The king was furious. I will not be trodden, discussing herself by the older Peter woman. The queen traveled over the mountains to the draft cottage. And now, lovely laces for the sale, beautiful ribbons. Good day, madam. What are you selling? Snow White, thinking this harmless, opened the door and admired the lace. Oh, how lovely. Allow me, dear. Such a pretty thing need to be just right. Now you will never be more beautiful than me when the draft returned. And when the draft returned, the revive her just in time. Thank you. That was your step and promise we don't open the door again. The next day, the queen asked her mirror again, will not be the trodden, Snow White will pay. and gave the queen discussing herself once more, this time as a different old woman. She made a poisonous comb and traveled again to the dwarf house. Pretty comb for your lovely hair. Pretty comb for a lovely hair. Oh, just take a look from your window. Snow White admired the comb. When her woman offered to fix it in hair, she allowed it. But the moment she married one just come and travel her to Europe, but pretty woman for lovely hair I must let in when owned it. Snow White admired the comb when she woman offered to this. Then again the parents when she called and when the draft returned and saw her lifeless body, they searched as found the comb. As soon as they pulled it out, she revived. You must never ever open the door to the stranger. Now the queen again learned that still line. Now again she created the most dangerous trick for all the beautiful red and white apple peasants, only one by side. Then she dressed as a farmer, woman, and knocked on the draft doors. Hey, delicious apple from Morocco's. I can't let anyone in that. That's all right. Here we will cut one in half. You will eat and red side. I will eat white. As soon as the Snow White took a bite, she fell to the ground. When the draft come, when the draft come, then they come. How they could not revive her. They tried everything, but no one is staying. She did not breathe. She was gone for the 3 days. They went over a table, a glass coffin, placed her on the mountain, and one of the always stood watch mirror on the wall. Then again, mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest one of all? You, all my queen, are the fairest. One day, you dear, you are you are the fairest, fairest of all. Now the time passed. One day a prince rode through the forest and saw a beautiful girl in the gas coffin. Now the just caused the piece of poisonous apple to the pop of the Snow White throat. You are safe now. Come with me to my castle. Will you be married? Will you be my queen? Snow White smiled and agreed. A great wedding was held. Snow White and the prince were married in splendor. The victim, still believing Snow White was a dead, was invited too. Before she left, she stood before her mirror. Mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all? You, my queen, are fairer, it's true, but the new king is fairer than you. The queen's heart was filled with the draft, but she had to see who is this new. And at the wedding feast, a punishment had been prepared. The queen was forced to wear red hot iron shoes and dance in them until she dropped to the floor. never to rise again. And so Snow White and Princess ruled their kingdom. And kindness and joy, she never forget the dwarf who had saved her, and they visit often, always welcome as honored guests, and they all lived happily ever after.